Cbc Main News with me, Jacqueline Mankanda. The headlines. Cholera cases rise across multiple Zambian districts. 13-year-old girl gets 5 million kwacha after ZNS accident. Youth Life raises concerns over CDF administration. ZDA issues license for $510 million Ndola oil refinery. Chipolopolo boys suffer 3-2 defeat. And now the news in detail. Lands Minister Sylvia Masebo today addressed Njolwe residents who stormed her office over alleged harassment by soldiers. The protest comes after a long-standing land dispute in the area. Honorable Masebo urged residents to resolve their differences through dialogue rather than taking matters into their own hands.
Thinking along. Nambolako is that time before the Minister Wabuela, Wenze Kokutala, background, and maybe the mistake is we have not engaged the military proper. Because Mongani Makambila, ifunika iziwike boundary, mamene wafuniko pele line, kaone bantu kone wafuniko nkala, so that conflict imonga ma game parks human animal conflict game park ili hapa, so bantu wafunika bankale outside game park, so na ami na eve so that mutendero nkalepo ifunika iziwike atami ili hapa bantu bali hapa. So mwane wakambila wa minister, I think engagement is afunika.
Bambiri nda pasebenzela army pafunika security mumvese sai otherwise army anu izaenda kuti but now ba army ina issue now sizaikamba pale. I'm waiting to see them as your representative. Yes, because there's a lot of nonsense also on the ground. Exactly. Even what is being said. Ati mnavotera mene abo bantu bawanda bamusiyana. Bamozi. I hear all the stories. Yeah, so and when the army is moving in, they know kuli bantu bene ba placed as MP. Bafunga unikambisa kuniuza ine. Then ine baniuzinga kuti nibwere pansi nikambe naimwe. Not na maguns here. That is not right. Why is funny kabisa? Because if they are right, they should talk to me. But because now there's something wrong they are doing. We'll get to the bottom of that.
The Ministry of Health reports that the cholera outbreak declared on 5th August 2025 continues, with 6 new cases recorded on Monday, 17th November, up from 2 cases reported the previous day. The cumulative number of cases now stands at 564, with 8 deaths, giving a case fatality rate of 1.4%. Currently, 7 patients remain in admission, while 549 have been discharged. To date, 225,858 people have been vaccinated. The outbreak is concentrated in several districts, with Mpulungu reporting 311 cases, Nsama 161, and Monze 31, among others. The public is urged to practice safe hygiene, seek early treatment, and report suspected cases. The state will pay 5 million kwacha in compensation to a 13-year-old girl whose leg was amputated after being hit by a Zambia National Service ZNS truck. The incident occurred on 2nd February 2025 near her school in Lusaka's Makeni area when the vehicle driven by Warrant Officer Chipembi Kashweka struck the girl, resulting in the amputation of her right leg. Attorney General Mulilo Kabesha says the consent judgment covers liability, medical expenses, emotional trauma, long-term rehabilitation, and any additional losses the family may incur. The girl's father, Thomas Siwila, had filed the lawsuit seeking 5 million kwacha, which the state has now agreed to settle. Youth Life Executive Director Michael Nkosi has called for stronger transparency and accountability in the administration of the Constituency Development Fund, saying the fund holds great promise for young people but faces serious implementation challenges. Speaking during a stakeholder engagement, Mr. Nkosi said Youth Life is pushing for equitable opportunities in economic empowerment, skills development, and mentorship. He noted that administrative weaknesses and political influence within the CDF system are undermining its intended impact. He highlighted issues such as inflated project costs, mismatched community priorities, and lack of proper monitoring. Mr. Nkosi urged reforms to strengthen administrative structures, safeguard public resources, and ensure the CDF truly empowers communities, particularly youths.
Organization, we have mixed feelings regarding CDF, because on the other hand we want it to be increased because we see its potential, but we've had these teething problems that have prolonged, and it's worrisome because now we don't see them being addressed at the administrative level, and but on the other hand we see these resources being increased. It's like giving a gun to somebody that doesn't really know how to operate it, which becomes a dangerous tool. So basically a situation would have been better for us, especially as young people, to ensure that as CDF is being increased, we are also seeing the full optimization and operationalization of it to maximize the benefits of the community and the people at large. Because in its form right now, it feels like it's one channel that is most likely being so much abused, and we fear, because from how it looks, where we stand in terms of accountability, it is one aspect that will land many into challenges or rather problems.
With observations, have you taken time to sit down with any government agencies, any government stakeholders to discuss such issues?
Well, to say we've taken time to sit down with government agencies, it's a yes and a no, because when it comes to CDF, for example, we were looking at the document. We revisited the guidelines for CDF and all that. As an organization, we took part in that to make recommendations and all that. But of course, when you look at how CDF is being administered, it doesn't really provide.
The National Water Supply and Sanitation Council has joined the global community in commemorating World Toilet Day 2025 under the theme Sanitation in a Changing World. The theme stresses the urgent need for climate-resilient and inclusive sanitation systems as Zambia faces rapid urbanization and rising health risks. In a statement issued by Mrs. Mpunga Simkwai, PRO NWASCO, says national urban sanitation coverage now stands at 73.2%, with more than 241,000 on-site sanitation facilities mapped since 2018 to support stronger planning and regulation. NWASCO is strengthening regulation to ensure services remain safe and reliable, and is urging households to prioritize safe toilet construction, proper maintenance, and licensed pit emptying services as the rainy season heightens cholera risks.
The National Water Supply and Sanitation Council, NWASCO, joins the global community in commemorating World Toilet Day 2025 under the theme Sanitation in a Changing World, which underscores the urgency of building strong, inclusive, and climate-resilient sanitation systems capable of withstanding evolving environmental pressures, rapid population growth, and recurring public health threats. Access to safe sanitation remains a cornerstone of public health, human dignity, and socio-economic development. With the effects of climate variability and rapid urbanization placing increasing strain on existing sanitation infrastructure, Zambia must conclude accelerating investments and reforms in both off-site sewage and on-site sanitation (OSS), including fecal sludge management (FSM). According to the 2024 Water Supply and Sanitation Sector Report,
we now take our first commercial break. We'll be back with more news.
Auto-Based Engineering is a fully registered company that has services such as towing service, we have a saloon, we repair cars, we have a car wash,
Barbershop is a top-notch,
and many more.
Auto-Based Engineering is the company which you can rely on. We touch any car. We are just at the corner of Pemba Road and Mosotunya Road. You know what? We deliver the best. Yes, we are growing very fast. It's a top-notch company ever in Zambia. When you come, wherever you are, whether you are in America, you come to visit Zambia, please just go to Google Map, type Auto-Based Engineering Group. It will take you where we are. Auto-Based is a one-stop shop.
Come to Auto-Based Engineering where the best is done. If you want to know where we're located along Mosotunya Road, just right at the corner of Pemba Road, Chilenge South. If you want to contact us, you can call us on 0977 18 12 73.
Auto-Based Engineering, doing what we know best.
Vantu vakwatiridza mwana akari muono 13 years.
Makangopeza chance pokambana naye.
Inabotita ne bunyumba. One is plastic here. Trial main also stand up. Wakati bose mkulani. Pokonde pote tu. Zanipeka kuti. Amwene wavadira. Zanipeka.
Atushiro bako na mwana.
Ndawa neo pano pang'anda nisuke mbale nitape manzi natiyenge mwana omuni tushoni lero
Umpase chewande. Brain ni hapa mnika.
Wewe ukufa mwafera ndema tu ufwele wewe wa mwana wewe.
We're back with the rest of the news. Zambia has urged the international community to support its Integrated Development Planning (IDP) framework to help local authorities embed climate adaptation and mitigation measures into core planning, budgeting and service delivery systems, a senior government official said on Wednesday. Speaking at COP30 in Belém, Brazil, Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary Administration, Dr. Gabriel Pollen, said global support was essential to ensure climate action becomes a central part of local government functions rather than a standalone initiative. Dr. Pollen stressed that local authorities were critical to Zambia's climate response because they understood the specific vulnerabilities of their territories, enabling them to conduct accurate risk assessments and design effective resilience strategies. He said strengthening IDPs would allow councils to move from isolated climate plans to cohesive long-term resilience strategies embedded in local governance structures. IDPs, he explained, also guide how the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, is spent, ensuring community-driven, climate-aligned development projects. Dr. Pollen added that local authorities required international financial and technical support because they manage climate-sensitive infrastructure such as land use systems, water networks, and transport corridors, all of which face growing climate risks. He emphasized that local authorities were on the front line of implementing resilience projects, from small-scale community initiatives to large infrastructure developments, and needed sustained global backing to maintain and deliver climate solutions. COP30, held in Belém, is the UN's key global platform for climate negotiations, focusing on new national climate plans and climate finance under frameworks such as the Paris Agreement. The United States has begun delivering the first doses of lenacapavir, an initiative 2-yearly HIV prevention drug developed by Gilead Sciences, to Eswatini and Zambia, marking a significant milestone in global HIV control efforts. The rollout, led by PEPFAR, aims to accelerate access to breakthrough prevention tools in high-burden countries. It follows a landmark partnership with Gilead Sciences and the Global Fund, announced months after the drug's FDA approval. U.S. officials say the early deliveries were part of a commitment to deliver more than 2 million doses by 2028, positioning the drug as a potentially transformative tool in reducing new HIV infections, particularly among pregnant and breastfeeding mothers. The Zambia Development Agency, ZDA, has officially issued an investor license to China Zambia Petrochemical Energy Company for the establishment of a modern oil refinery in Ndola, valued at $510.49 million United States dollars. The project is expected to create 454 jobs and accelerate industrial development in the Copperbelt province. The refinery will be set up under a partnership between the Industrial Development Corporation and Jiangxi Holding Company Limited. It will be located within the Sub-Sahara Gemstone Exchange Industrial Park, a strategic location aimed at enhancing Zambia's manufacturing capacity. ZDA Director General Albert Halwampa said the issuance of the license marks a critical milestone for the project and reflects high investor confidence in Zambia. IDC leadership and partners from Jiangxi Holding also praised the move, describing it as a new chapter in restoring the country's industrial strength. Zambia and Zimbabwe have agreed to advance a joint action plan aimed at transforming Victoria Falls into a fully integrated regional tourism and economic hub, officials said on Wednesday. The two countries met in Livingstone to build an earlier discussion held in March 2024, where their tourism ministers committed to harnessing the shared natural and cultural assets surrounding the iconic waterfall for mutual benefit. Tourism Minister Rodney Sikumba said the latest engagement focused on strengthening bilateral cooperation and aligning development strategies across the two neighboring destinations. He noted that coordinated efforts were essential because the countries share interconnected tourism products, natural resources, and conservation ecosystems. Mr. Sikumba added that the governments were exploring ways to make operations in the area a 24-hour economy in Livingstone and Zimbabwe's Victoria Falls to drive investment, improve visitor experience, and expand local economic opportunities. The minister also commended the World Bank Group for facilitating continued high-level dialogue between the two nations. Nathan Belete, the World Bank Group Division Director for Malawi, Tanzania, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, reaffirmed the bank's support, saying it remained committed to helping both countries unlock the economic potential of Victoria Falls through the Zambia Tourism Growth Project and enhanced trade facilitation. The meeting was convened by the Ministry of Tourism Public Relations Unit. We now take our second commercial break. We'll be back with sports and international news.
It is yet another season of giving and receiving. It is a Christmas period. As the year draws to a close, we at CBC would like to say thank you for welcoming us into your homes, your workplaces, and your hearts throughout 2025. This festive season, let's celebrate the moments that brought us joy, reflect on the challenges that made us stronger, and look forward to the opportunities that 2026 will bring. May your Christmas be filled with peace, laughter, and love. And may the new year shine with hope, success, and new beginnings. From all of us at CBC, your trusted source of news and inspiration, Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year 2026. God keep you safe.
In sports news, the Chipolopolo boys wrapped up their international friendly against Angola with an exciting 3-2 defeat at the Estadio 11 de Novembro, a match played as part of Angola's extended 50th independence anniversary celebrations. The encounter produced 5 goals and provided plenty of entertainment on both sides, used the fixture to sharpen their squads for the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025. Angola showcased attacking strength with goals from Joao Felicio, Zito Luvumbo, and Mabululu, edging out Zambia despite a spirited performance. The Chipolopolo found the back of the net through Jack Kalichi and Fashion Sakala, who both delivered standout performances in the match. The high-tempo game allowed the two coaches to assess their team's readiness as the tournament draws closer. Zambia will enter AFCON next month, placed in Group A alongside hosts Morocco, Mali, and the Comoros. With preparations intensifying, the technical bench will be looking to build on the lessons from this friendly as the team continues fine-tuning for the continental showpiece.
In Zambia, I knew that it was a tough game because I know Zambia, they are African champion 2012, and always it's a tough game because Zambia is pure talent. There's a lot of players, and I know that you had some issue after the game against Bafana, so you have some problem and some players didn't manage to travel, like Patson Daka had to go back to his club, some players like Bambo Musanda, the captain, Hill, sick, and King Kalu Shabwala as well. But I knew that it was a tough game, and congratulations, because it was not easy to travel in such condition. But you gave us a very good game. It was very hard. So congratulations for this game. It was a clear game, like Africa Cup of Nations. Clear game. So I wish you all the best for the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. Yes, Joseph Musonda, Kennedy Bwini. We spent so many years together, goalkeeper and defender, African champion with me, 2012. So to meet them, to saw them tonight on the bench.
All eyes are on the highly contested 73 kg category as the Senior National Judo Championships take center stage this weekend. Zimbabwean judoka Brian Chinyima enters as the favorite, having defeated Zambia's John Kapungwe in their last 3 encounters. Kapungwe, competing on home soil, is aiming to overturn that record and secure a much-needed comeback victory. His determination has heightened expectations among fans, hoping to see a different outcome in this year's championship. Anticipation continues to build as supporters question whether Brian will extend his dominance or if this will be the moment the tables turn. Images from their previous match-ups have further fueled excitement ahead of Saturday's showdown.